Okay, we've been talking about relationships. So, what is sometimes things that humans confuse with love? What is an unconditional love? What is really the definition of love? We've decided it's not ownership, right? There's
It
always
has,
another relationship to be had.
Griffin says, when you said what can be confused with love, he
Yeah.
immediately said lust.
Okay.
You asked definition of love. He says it has a component of respect, component of honesty, of, is that the same thing? I'm arguing. Respect, honesty, vulnerability. I said, isn't that the same thing? He says, no. Loyalty, just a portion of, he's like, I'm not saying it's 100% that or nothing. Yeah, and it's different depending on that person's strength. If that person came into this life, chose an incarnation that is aligned with loyalty.
Right.
Just like, this is what I'm going to pick. I'm going to stay with this, whether I like it or not, whether it's healthy for me or bad, I'm just going to stick to it. Loyalty. Then what you're going to find is your component of loyalty within your definition of love might be very little because you already carry too much of it in your agreement.
Hmm.
And it might be that you have to choose self first over loving somebody else for you to understand the definition of love. And he said it is unconditional, so it means it comes without judgment. And Griffin says,
Yeah.
I think this is the most difficult part of love for the people on earth, only because your entire system of communicating, your entire system of your, industrial lives, of your success, of your government are all based on this good and bad, which is judgment. So we're automatically going to insert that within everything that we're experiencing. So how do we not insert that? That's where the issue comes up.
Okay. Use me as an example. What happened between your dad and my love? Did dad get sick?
He said, so what are you
Not to let
asking?
me
Like,
off the hook, because I think in a marriage you're 100 responsible. Like, I take my responsibility for my part in my marriage ending, but I knew dad when he was a kid and he was so loving and kind, and then he wasn't. And
he says, are you asking what happened to your love relationship? Is that what's
yes,
you're asking?
like, did you really stop loving someone, or did he get sick?
No, for him, it's like somebody who's blind and they have glasses.
Right.
And then, yeah, my headset is bothering me. It's like, you're a goof. It's hurting my ear. I don't know why. Um, for your example, if somebody was blind and they had to have glasses to see, but what if the glasses got dirty or they got cracked? So it was the actual instrument that failed to, maintain its integrity. That's what happened with Dad. His body, his brain, his ability to be the clear lens is what failed him. So he's still the same person, but how he views and sees the world is so warped that he's constantly reacting to it. And it has kind of made him to look like he's somebody else.
And I think in that case, because you said it doesn't make you a better person to stay in an abusive situation because someone gets sick, if it becomes abusive, verbally abusive, there's no reason to stay, that you're supposed to love yourself first.
Correct. Griffin says, I still stand behind those words. And I know a lot of people are going to gasp. A lot of
Right.
people are going to be pissed. A lot of people are going to think that, I don't know, maybe I'm weak. I don't have enough strength to stay in the game. I don't know what commitment is. I don't know what loyalty is. What
Right.
I do know is I am the only one who's going to take care of myself. And if I appreciate that abusive relationship, then sure, I'll stay. If I'm not
Right.
appreciating it and it's not helping me and serving me, then I'm not going to stay. I'm going to leave. And I hope
Right.
you will too.
Right. Exactly. I agree with that because I don't think there's a reward for staying. And I did my share of staying and it doesn't change anything. It just messes with your self esteem. Abusive relationships, whether someone's sick or not. I think it's different if someone has cancer or something you can help them with. But if they don't even acknowledge they're sick and it's just abusive, then it's time to go. That's the way I
He
feel.
agrees.
Yeah. So does Griff, we come in with a plan, we come in with a soul family, and we come in like you wanted to be my son. And do plans change when we get here sometimes?
Plans can change based on people's free will.
Like things go completely haywire and people that we're going to come in and meet don't meet sometimes and stuff?
Yeah, you totally have an option to completely fuck over your entire life. Nobody's telling you you can't do that.
Uh-huh.
Or you can, follow kind of the loose lines that you set up for yourself. Because I'll tell you, when we're on the other side, we're not sitting here and planning out your life by the, 10th degree. It's like this loose shape. It's fluid.
Right.
When you're down there, that's when you're starting to solidify these things. That's when you're grounding them. That's when you're anchoring these things.
Okay, this is the next question. It's kind of a weird question, and I'm not trying to go all dark on y'all. Do y'all ever look at someone and decide it's time to take them home? Can y'all make that decision?
We can have those opinions, but we can't make those decisions.
It's completely up to the person here.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
You
can.
don't look and say, "Oh, my mom's having a hard time. It's time to bring her home." Or no, it doesn't work like that.
No. No? Okay, wait. Hold on. There's more to this. We can do it again. We can look at people who are having a hard time and who are talking about suicide, and we can see that they are following through with it. This is really what's going to happen. We're not here to talk anybody into something, and we're not here to
Right.
talk anybody out of something, which most people will look at that and go, well, what the fuck are you worth for? You're useless. If you're not in and you're not out, then what are you? So again, Mom, that's the whole, you got it right, you got it wrong, you got it yes, no, black, white, he's kind of
It's hard to
throwing his arms
explain to
around.
humans, right?
Right. But if we see someone who wants to do this and we know we're going to follow through with it, then we can make it acceptable. We can help them make it more acceptable to them. So it eases pain, so that it takes away confusion, so
Right.
that it feels more purposeful. We can help with that. And we can see people who are like about to dive into an accident, and there's somebody who maybe has planned this, but they don't have a need for this
Right.
accident. They learn that lesson. It's truly like collision of somebody else's free will and they're playing a part in it. So they don't need to have a major injury. So we help them with that and we protect them while the person next to them maybe doesn't even live. That's how bad the car accident is, but they walk away with 2 scratches on their arm. So
Well, I
we
know for a
can do
fact
things like
that's
that.
true because that happened to me. Either you or an angel or somebody. A couple years ago, I was making a left, and the person making a left is always in the wrong, and the girl ran the light in a Prius, and the Prius is all windows. I swear it was like my car. I would have killed her if I hit her. It would have been bad. And I saw her face so clear, and it was like time stopped. And she passed me, and then I went, and I knew it was divine intervention. There was no other explanation for it. She ran the light, but it wouldn't have made a difference because I would have never been able to live with myself killing somebody. You know what I mean? And I
Yes.
saw it in slow motion. It was like someone came in and slowed it down like a movie. I swear to God.
Wow.
And I thank immediately like, okay, Griff, somebody really just helped me right there. Because it was in slow motion, Jamie. And a Prius is all windows. I saw her face. I probably could have told you the color of her eyes. I got so close to her.
Oh my God.
We went our own ways. And I know they stopped that. Somebody stopped that because I didn't need it.
Griffin shaking his head. You know,
Yeah.
for those things we can be involved, but for us to make the ultimate decision,
Right.
nope.
Right. Why do people like Cindy, your Auntie Cindy, my bestie, works hospice, and I've gone with her sometimes on routes or whatever, and sometimes people are responsive and sometimes they're not, and they're not responsive for years, and I don't know where they are and what they're looking at, and why is it taking them so long, Griff? Is it because of a strong heart that our heart has to shut down, right? Is the last thing to shut down. Is the person not want to go? What is it? Where are they? Are they in between?
That's exactly the word he just used. They're in the in-between. He says they're not living, they're not dead, they're not in their body, but they're
Yeah.
not fully spirits. He goes, think of it like an astral projection. They're
Right.
journeying, they're out there, they're having their dreams. The parts of their brains are still processing the experiences that they're going through.
Uh,
Hell, they're just as lively and doing many other things, just their body is not
right. Right.
physically, right?
But one time, like when Cindy's grandma died, she was like June. She's so sweet. She was like 90. I forget how old she was. She was older, but she didn't respond at all. And I asked her, and the lady got scared because I asked her, "Where's Carl?" Because I asked Cindy what her husband's name was, and she looked up. I know she saw it, and that was the only response she had in days and years. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they see it, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they see it, they're a part of it, but they're not 100% there.
Griff, is it because it's hard to let go or it's hard to fucking shut down your heart sometimes? Because our bodies are so strong. Like they want to go, but the heart won't stop. You know what I mean?
Griff says, you know, I think that statement about the body being strong is true, but the the free will and the power that we have energetically is much stronger than the physical body. So we could stop the heart if we wanted to.
Okay.
We could will it to stop. It's the he goes, I would chalk it up more to the fear of the unknown.
Okay.
And the more we can test the waters, the more we can get comfortable with it.
Right.
And then the more we can say, okay, well, I'm really done with this. I've been like this for a year. I don't want to be like this anymore. And
And
then we're really done. You know, so some people's transitions just need all that time before
okay.
they can step out of their body.
Okay. Because Cindy wanted to know that, like why, and I was curious too. Why is it completely at their free will when they go? And I said, I think so. Some people, Jamie, they drag it out. Like
Yeah.
she works hospice, and you're like looking at them like, why are you staying here? Like, why? And if they only knew the joy that they have waiting for them, like, don't be afraid, let go.
Griffin said I would stop talking to them about why are you staying and start asking, you know, what do you need to help go?
Right,
What do you need packed? What do
right.
you need to know is going to be okay?
What's not finished, right? Exactly.
Right, because the why are you staying kind of makes them stay a little bit more grounded.
Right. They're
Well,
like,
because.
well, screw you, I'll stay longer. Yeah. Not telling me when to leave. Yeah.